Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name is David and this is a Magic Review. Hey, today we're going to look at Burn Notice from Takel. What is Burn Notice? Burn Notice is a mystery box. It's a card to box, but it's really small. It's going to fit inside of a matchbox. You're able to make their signed card appear folded inside of a matchbox that's been on the table the entire time. A couple questions we always ask about all of our Magic reviews, and the first of which is, what is in the box? What's in the box? You're going to get the Burn Notice gimmick, okay? So it is the actual matchbox with all the working components on the inside. Nothing to build, comes to you ready to go. And you're going to get online video instructions that'll cover the performance, the handling, the maintenance, and the tips and repairs. Is it what I thought? It is a card to impossible location, and sometimes this is referred to as the impossible box. I used to own an impossible box, didn't have any moving parts on it before, so I just figured that this was a impossible box with moving parts, and that's kind of what it is. How are the angles? The angles on this are very, very, very good. Almost a full 100%. I think that's one of the selling points behind this effect, is that it is super clean looking and super convincible. And I would say there's hardly any angles to this. I think you do it a couple times in front of the mirror and you'd be good to go. Can it be inspected? You know, just like other impossible box effects, this cannot be inspected. So it just goes to show that whether you get the simple kind that don't have any moving parts or the advanced kind that do, you're kind of always in that situation where you can't inspect the matchbox afterwards. What's the overall quality and production value of the video? Takel doesn't speak at all in this, okay? And so it's all gonna be done through pantomime and on-screen text. Takel is sitting in like a booth at a coffee shop or a diner or a restaurant, and it's shot well, okay? It is shot well. It does have nice locations. The background music is repetitive, of course, because, you know, there's no vocals, so they have to give you music, but it's not too annoying. Is it well made? As far as the matchbox and the gimmick is being well made, some of the materials in this are, I won't say cheap, but they're fragile, okay? They are fragile. And so, but once you see the device and then you receive the knowledge, you'll be able to make one that suits your own style. So you could make one that with your own matchbox, with your own card back design, and then maybe with materials that perhaps are a little stronger. So that option is there. I used to have one of these a long time ago, an impossible box. It wasn't like this, obviously, didn't have moving parts, but you know, I had it probably when I was 20 years younger. This is definitely an improvement on that model. I was disappointed that it wasn't a real matchbox. I was disappointed that they didn't use a real matchbox that actually had a striker on the side. I would have appreciated just finding a matchbox that suited, and it would have just looked more convincing. It would have looked just more realistic. But Takel does give you instructions on how to modify your box so that it looks more like an actual working matchbox. How much practice does it require? Not much at all. The box does pretty much all the work. Unless you do the effect with the Mercury card fold and you don't know how to do a Mercury card fold, Takel will teach you how to do a Mercury card fold, and he will teach you an alternate version where you don't need to learn the Mercury card fold. How much setup and reset is there? It's really easy, and you could probably do it in less than 20 seconds. Positives. All right, so what are the positives to Burn Notice from Takel? With this impossible box, you will probably even fool yourself. This is a fantastic fooler that allows you to do the card to impossible location anywhere you go. Negatives. All right, so what are the negatives to Burn Notice? You know, like we say around here, there's negatives to everything. These are just the negatives that I see. They don't have to be the negatives that you see. I don't know that the addition of having a matchbox, making it quasi-inspectable, makes the trick that much better. You know, you still can't hand it out. And so even though the box appears empty at the end, which some impossible boxes don't allow you to do, you still can't hand it out. Plus the transfer that Takel teaches you of getting the card from the box, the hand cover that he does, it almost feels like it's too much. You know, if I were actually taking a card out of a box, I would either just reach in with 2 fingers and pull it out, or I would dump it out. And so the movements that he's teaching you just feel unnatural. But then I would argue that the weird motion of removing the card, I think that the spectator will forget that once they see the visual of the box being empty. And hopefully that apparent emptiness will cause them to not need to inspect the box. Is it worth your money? It's $25, so it's very affordable. This is a very affordable handmade gimmick. Like I said, I just wish they had used an actual matchbox. That's, you know, my only fault. Who would like this? I think people that like to do the card to impossible location, people that especially do walk around or street magic, that would want to take that idea with them everywhere they go, especially when you're already doing like card to orange and you have to have a loaded orange every single time you do this trick. This takes that out of the way and you can do a signed card to an impossible location on the go. All right, so that is my review for Burn Notice from Takel and Murphy's Magic. I want to thank Murphy's Magic for allowing me to have this trick so that I could do the review for you. And if you would like to purchase this trick for yourself, you can find it from your favorite Murphy's Magic dealer. Thanks, bye.